Hey, how's it going today? Thought I'd come out into a different area. This area here is in the Portland area, Portland, Oregon, urban area down on the Clackamas River, also known as High Rocks to a lot of people that have been here before. So if you're from the Portland area and you've gone fishing, you're most likely familiar with this area. Pretty nice. On a Sunday morning, and weather's absolutely beautiful, as you can see. River's a bit high, and got a lot of geese and ducks around. So hopefully we'll capture a little bit of the wildlife in the background or the sounds, but obviously the notable thing is the traffic on the freeway right here. But wanted to get into this area, take a look at it, thought maybe I might want to go fishing here, you know, when the springtime comes and, you know, the water levels recede a bit. So I wanted to tell you, I've got a new article that I'm putting out, and you can find it either at the Facebook, just go to themirrorathlete.com, mirrorathlete.com, and then you can connect and, you know, to the Facebook, or follow Mirror Athlete on Twitter, and these articles will pop out, so you can find my articles in quite a few different places. This one here is recommendations, tips on how to safely increase fitness levels and activity, and I've got a 6-step process or considerations that one should look at. So I'm going to try to just briefly summarize and keep within my timelines. Try to keep just at 10 minutes or under 10 minutes to go through an article. I mean, I usually don't have enough time. And I also don't edit my videos, so, you know, you're going to get what you see. I just don't have time to edit. I wish I did, but I don't. So what you see is what you get. Okay, so first of all, in the article, then again, it's recommendations, tips on how to safely increase fitness levels and activities. First of all, you're going to have to want to develop a plan around a busy life. I know everybody is pretty busy. You've got family, you've got jobs, you know, you've got all kinds of things going on, and try to figure out, well, how do I squeak this in? Well, first of all, you have to determine, you know, what is your goal? Do you want to lose weight, build muscle? You want better health? You want to sustain weight, increase endurance, competitive sport, improve task-specific activities like ski, golf, walk, run, biking, whatever. But you need a specific goal in mind in order to shoot for that. Otherwise, you're just kind of, you know, just doing whatever, and you're following the crowd. And typically, when you follow the crowd, that doesn't work for a lot of people. They end up with too much pain, and they do things at a higher intensity what they should, and it just doesn't work out for them. Number two is you need to really be realistic about your daily schedule, and so, you know, you have to kind of figure out, well, when can I squeeze in the exercise activity, you know, to increase my fitness levels? When am I going to do that? And for me, throughout the years, I usually got up at, I got called old dark 30, but it's really 5:30 a.m. Get my workout in, exercise, walk, jog, whatever. And then I was riveted. I had the adrenaline pumping. At 7 o'clock, I went right into work, and I was just right on point, you know, right on task. And so that's that natural adrenaline working for you. And then at other times, I'd mix it up, and I'd go in just before, you know, after work and before dinner. Okay, so those two times work for me, and I know a lot of people, you know, after work's not a good idea. They're just too tired. They're mentally drained. It doesn't work. Okay, so, you know, number two covers a little bit more into detail about that. Let's get to number three. You need to get an exercise program, fitness program that's relative to your age. All too often, people, you know, they're in their 40s now, you know, 50s, and they get back into a program. They remember what they did when they were 20 and 30 and what worked for them. But typically, that's not a good idea if you've been being a couch potato for a while. You put on a little bit of weight, need to ease back into a routine. So, you know, that's one consideration. The other is a lot of people say, that's just the flip side. They'll say, well, I'm 40 years old, I'm too old now, and you know, I just can't do that stuff anymore. That's ridiculous. So, you know, in the number 3 portion of the article, you know, you really have to look at your biological, you know, your biological system and determine what stresses you're placing upon it. And you just need to ease into an exercise program. And if walking is the only thing you can do to start, walking is a great idea, because walking starts conditioning the body, the postural system, muscular, skeletal. So it's a good idea to get involved in a walking program. And if you don't walk far at first, don't push it. Just take one day at a time. Number 4. Okay, so it's basically a state of mind. Doing age-appropriate activities for your age. Don't push that physical plane if you don't need to. I know there's elite athletes in their 50s and 60s, but they've been going at it since day one. They definitely worked into conditioning their bodies and their minds to a point to where they can do that. And you look at them and you say, well, hell, I can do that. Well, you know, you may not be able to, plus you're going to be risking some aspects of your health potentially, especially if you have high blood pressure, high triglycerides, you know, your cholesterol's high. You know, you need to go in maybe and get go see a doctor and see where you're at. Get a blood test done, you know, and a physical exam and see where you're at, and then plan your condition around based on those numbers and work with your doctor. You know, they can provide some pretty good advice. They may very well advise you. They will always advise you, almost always, to walk. But they may also advise medication for regulation of blood pressure, for example, or cholesterol. You know, get that under control before you start. So anyway, I say in the 4th item here is look for age-appropriate exercise for 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. After 80, you know, it's time to relax a little bit, socialize more, walk, travel, that kind of thing. You know, don't push that envelope. Okay. And I got a little bit in here about the Hollywood expectation, the Hollywood glamour gimmicks, which you'll find interesting. And all too often, people, they give up on actually trying to get real honest physical results, you know, physical fitness results. They just give up and they go for the quick gimmick. Don't do that, because most of those gimmicks are exactly what they are. They're out for your money. And when have you seen Hollywood really cater to the 50-year-old crowd and above? Really what they're doing is they're offering, you know, quick weight loss programs that aren't necessarily healthy for you. They're offering these quick gimmicks, you know, like tight abs, buttocks, thighs, things like that. You know, and really, if you don't reduce the body fat, the overall body fat, you may get some toning underneath, but you'll never know it or see it. So you get disappointed by that and give up. So anyway, what does Hollywood do with its washed-up actors and actresses? Unmercifully, they pursue them through the paparazzi, and a lot of those people self-destruct. So they're not your best friends. And number 5, I go over. You know, if you want to work out right, and you want to get into a 5-day workout routine, and you're a little bit overweight, then I talk a little bit about, you know, protein, fat, carbohydrate mixes, and what I feel is the best way you can do that, and the foods to avoid. There's definite foods to avoid, but you don't have to give up eating. Yeah, I don't give up eating. I don't sacrifice anything. And number 6, let me see. Then we just go in, I talk about, you know, I talk about the mixes of aerobics, fitness routine, you know how to mix up your routine and the types of intensities, frequencies, give you ideas on that, and things that I did that worked for me. So anyway, it's a very good article. I highly recommend you go in and look for other Mere Athlete articles, health articles, fitness, pain management, things of that sort, alternative health, and go to Facebook. Talk to you later. Take care.